Hi there folks, welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So this is a quick hayfield video update. So this is where we grazed last year and we're just now starting to get some spring growth, so I wanted to kind of show it a little bit. This section in here, this whole area, there was a lot of grass left over, so I want to see the comparison between that and the section over here where I grazed a little bit harder. You can kind of see like this swale is kind of the line in here. It's definitely still very wet too. But it's all looking really good. So the one concern that was brought forth with this is that you may end up hurting regrowth in springtime. And I want to come down here a little closer to where I know we were grazing a little heavier and just see the regrowth action. Because like in through here, I made I'll call it a little oopsies. In through here, I made an oopsies and tightened the cows up way too much and they grazed way too much. So I want to just see the difference here. Now, like in this area, it doesn't look quite as great as this does here. So I think that's just the way the field lays, because this was still their one section. And in fact, it almost looks better over here than in comparison to over here. And I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but over here just kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's regrowing, but I still kind of see some patchy spots where this over here, where they basically ate it to the dirt when it was frozen, looks really, really good. So the one thing that a lot of folks talk about is that if you graze a plant too far to the ground, or if you cut it and mow it too close to the ground, you'll stunt the regrowth. However, you can also increase its production the following spring, fall, next grazing cycle, whatever it is, right? So the reason I say this is because, and you have to watch the time of the year, is that when a grass plant is eaten all the way to the ground, it stimulates it to grow, because it thinks it's going to go extinct, thinks it's going to die. Also, cow poopy, that looks really nice. So since the grass thinks it's gonna die and it goes like gangbusters to survive, it actually grows better when it comes back to regrow. Now, like I say, there's a caveat to that because, oh, I saw the change right there. So about here is probably where I switched. And you can see like some grasses and then like crazy grasses. So I definitely think it was better to leave a little bit more, but we're going to keep coming up here to see what the hayfield actually looked like that got mowed by the neighbor. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This grass will come back like gangbusters, but you can't do it in the summertime because there's not enough water for it to happen. Like right now, I could come in here, graze it, I won't say to the dirt, but rather low, be 100% okay. Won't affect anything at all. Besides, maybe a little bit of density, maybe a certain plant species will be affected more than another because they like heavier grazing or less intensive grazing. But we're getting to the point here, and actually I can still see it. So right in through here, you see there's a line, and then from here over, you can see really well another line right here. So this is the test I did. Over here was second crop, third crop hay during like the first, second week of August. This was not cut at all. And then this over here was grazed. That side down there and this side both fairly evenly intensive. They both had basically a larger paddock size for these two sections, so it's more comparable than on the other side of the hill there. But this is also more of a northern slope where the other is more of a southern slope, so that's probably going to affect things. But this is what I wanted to see. If I didn't get a second or third cut out of this, what would the regrowth look like? You know, the one thing I have been told is that you got to watch, because you can see the line in the sand basically where your round bales are going to start and stop almost. And I know that may sound weird right now, but what I mean by that is the farmer can see when he mows that there's a very thick patch right in through here, and then it's thin, and then it's thin. So he can tell when he's mowing, when he's baling, when he's raking, that that's where the round bales are going to come out of. So my question then is were those 5 or 6 round bales from last year worth it? If this is what it's looking like right now, really dense, really lush, growing like gangbusters, was it even worth it to get 5 or 6 round bales last year? Would it have been worth it to roll it over into hay this year? You know, that's what I'm trying to look at here. That's what I'm trying to see, but I can clearly see a difference. Yes, some of this is brown. Some of this is definitely leftovers from last year. But even the green, I could tell the green is more dense, more lush than even over here where it was 3rd crop hay. So I'm starting to believe, and again, this is the first of many videos to come about this, I'm starting to believe that you should really only do 1, maybe 2 cuttings a year of hay and then let the rest go. Because again, this side here looks just as good as this. And I could tell a little difference. You know, we're standing on the line here. I could tell a little difference over here comparative to over there. But I could tell a major difference over here. So preliminary reports would indicate that maybe you shouldn't 2nd or 3rd crop hay after August. Maybe you should just graze everything or leave it. The patch here that was left looks awfully good. The patch here that was grazed doesn't look too far behind of it. But the patch over there that was cut, it looks like it got set back. So you guys will have to let me know what you think of this. Like I say, I'll continue to do these videos. This is a couple days into the 100 rule. This is a couple days into really good regrowth and warm weather. I'm out right now in a t-shirt. So that's always a positive. But you guys will have to stay tuned for the next one. And the ones after that, where we actually get into looking at them, seeing how they look. Maybe even going out there and doing a grazing density with a grazing stick. And I could show you guys that in another video. But anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.